Got some breaking news here, 2022 midterm breaking news. John Fetterman has now been called as winning the race in Pennsylvania for the Senate. This is actually pretty shocking because John Fetterman, the sales were really taken out of, the wins were really taken out of his sales because of what happened with the debate and how it was going with the stroke and everything. And so it was really looking like he was going to lose. But here you can see NBC News tweets out, breaking, Democrat John Fetterman wins U.S. Senate race in Pennsylvania, NBC News projects. So he actually seems to have won this kind of comfortably. That's why they were able to call this right now. And so if we are to actually go ahead here and actually take a look at some of this breakdown in terms of what went down in Pennsylvania, you can see we did read that actually John Fetterman has actually outperformed Biden pretty much everywhere in Pennsylvania. Also, good to keep in mind, Mastriano did get pretty well handily defeated by Josh Shapiro for the governorship. And so I think that was another sign that Fetterman was going to do better than expected because, when you have the people of your party typically doing well, it's a better indicator for you, right? So you can see it's 49.5% for Fetterman to 48% for Dr. Oz. 2.463 million votes to 2.39. It's not finished yet. Estimated vote is 91%. He has a comfortable 72,000 vote lead. And even right now, when you look at this, even in Philadelphia, 69%, that's a huge, a whopping, thick. That is a thick, juicy margin of 81 to 17.5. And there's still 30% outstanding from there. Look at how many people are in that in that county. Montgomery, another huge county. You got, Delaware, these areas still, look at that, over 50% still left to come from there. And so what you can see is just a really good performance, and, he just outperformed what he needed to do in these other areas. And so what it seems to be happening is, it seems that the supposed red wave that was supposed to happen just simply is not happening right now. And actually, there's some debate as to what's going to end up with the House. The House is still likely going to end up Republican, but it looks nowhere close to what it was going to be, the worries were going to be about what was going to happen with the House. It looks like it's going to be much less worse because there are already some Democratic flips that have happened in the House itself. And so we're seeing now there's a really close race right now with Warnock is actually leading Herschel Walker right now too. We don't know if that's going to hit 50%, if it's going to go to a runoff, but the supposed red wave or the red tsunami has not happened. And I think it's a good situation to kind of go in expecting to get mopped, and then this happens because now you're all excited when this happens. But there's a genuine possibility here that we're going to have a record setting of modern history, because every time a president gets elected, that first midterm is an absolute colossal disaster for them. So we're going to see, depending upon if the House only moves slightly, ever so slightly in favor of the Republicans, it'll still be modern history in terms of, typically they lose 30, 40 seats plus. So we'll kind of keep seeing throughout the night. The West Coast is just coming in right now. It's 10:30 p.m. PST as I'm recording this right now. But John Fetterman has won this seat. And the Senate, a bunch of the toss-up races, Hassan's race and, others. I know J.D. Vance won, so a few of them were, picked by Republicans. But a lot of these were Mark Kelly seems to have a solid lead. So really good positioning for the Democrats, but it appears, and red wave has not happened. I think candidate quality is also a big issue for Republicans here. But big dub, Fetterman defeats Dr. Oz, the snake oil salesman.